Okay, right. It is the My Forex Journey, and it's the session that we always have to bring to you, you great trader out there. And as usual, it's me, the African, and today with me is the one and only main mentor, WCK. Many of you might be already familiar with him, and some of you might be a little bit less familiar with him. But of course, by the end of this show, you already have a very big picture of him. And without wasting much of your time, I'll just have to greet him on, and we get started. You're most welcome, my brother.
Thank you so much.
And great to have you here, and I'm pretty sure you're ready to share a much bigger thing and a great package for these people. So let's just get it on. Your names and a little bit of your background.
Yeah, it's WCK. That's the name I use in the trading industry. But my real name's Fahad Kavenge. So most of you might ask then why WCK? Yeah, but as you all know, WCK, I'm a person who uses a wheelchair. So I decided to bring that identity within me to always remember, you know, whenever you are trading, whenever you are making money, whenever you are trying to figure out many things, you might forget what you are. So I always bring WCK on me as the wheelchair king. W for wheelchair, for wheel, then C is for chair, then K is kings. WCK, the wheelchair king.
Okay, pretty sure before you really go much ahead, mentioning that whole thing of wheelchair and the thing, it really gives us a very cute picture whereby some people out there think Forex or trading is just for a chosen few. It is for the specific people. So you being in a wheelchair and you can still be able to trade and you have the vast knowledge, I think it is something unique that much or many people out there might really want to learn from. And I'm sorry if I really go in a little bit personal, but someone out there would really want to know, because sometimes we choose careers and then sometimes we choose some things to do in life after we've had experiences or past experiences. Does your choosing Forex trading come along after you having this, or you are naturally like that?
Yeah, so that's a good question, by the way, because actually it's a common question everyone has been asking me. When it comes to my wheelchair, when it comes to the disability I'm having, it's never personal, because that's who we are. And many people like me are out there. But going to your question, me joining trading, it is way more different from what many other people are doing. Many people are joining trading because they need to make money. Sure. Many join trading because they need to have that freedom which comes with it, you know, being self-employed, making money for yourself. But me, the wheelchair has a very big impact on my joining trading. Okay. So I joined trading simply because of this wheelchair. That's what makes it different from many people. You know, when you have, we are in Uganda, and some of you have traveled outside, you have seen the challenges people with disability face. Yes. You know, for example, if I come to your office, let's say you have an office, okay, and I apply for a job, and then another person who's physical okay comes and apply for the same job, you are not going to employ me, okay? Yeah. Because of the things which come with the disability, the transport, the facilitation, the what, and the other person, it will be open. True. Okay, it will be open. So I tried many things before even trading, but because of the disability I have, I kept on failing. So then I was like, you know what, I need something whereby I'm fully involved. Okay, whereby even actually in school, I tried to be an head boy in school, okay, but because of the disability, they didn't give me. Okay, they were like, how would you be able to do this? Okay, 2015, I tried to be a class monitor, and they didn't give me. So actually in 2015, that's when I started going into to venture the online business.
Okay, yeah. I just need a minute to break you a little. Most people out there, or many people of this generation, are trying to touch education to each and every choice, education to each and every career, education to each and every profession. So you as WCK, before starting forex trading, are you, you already talked about being in school. So is there any level of education that you're supposed to attain so that before you attach yourself to forex trading? Because people always talk about experience and this whole thing of the academic level. You're talking about education, that's why I had to think about that. Should there be a specific level for someone before joining, or for someone to join forex or trading?
So the level of education to for someone to join trading, it might not be there, but if you try to go deep into trading, education level will somehow be required.
Okay.
For example, the challenges we are having today, Mr., is that you are seeing that many traders of my age are promoting trading online. They are selling signals, they are doing account management, and they have only been in this industry for 2 years. Okay. The result for that is because of unemployment. And what brings unemployment? It's because someone is not educated enough. Okay, so if someone like you, if you are educated and you try to venture into trading, it's going to be easy for you. So if you want to make, actually to answer your question, if you want to make money in trading in a proper way, you need to be educated.
Okay, I really hope someone out there watching right now, or who has just come across this clip, you are not now trying to imagine how forex trading and then maybe trading is all complicated just because WCK tried to mention about a certain level of education that you have to be educated to a little at a certain level. It is not specific that you have to go higher for PhDs and all that, but at least he has said that you're supposed to be having, you're supposed to have attained a certain level of education, meaning that I think it is all about to help you broaden your mind and easily get into, because of course I've had why some traders have complications and find trading hard. It's because most people who know about trading want to get rich quick. And so when you tell them about this whole thing of having a knowledge and then studying, they try to look at it as a very, very complicated thing. Though that will be a topic that that will be something that we're going to discuss as we go on ahead. But right now, I want you to first give us, like again, the other part of the introduction of yourself and how you now get into this whole thing of trading. You already talked about your education background. So now, that most triggering factor, the one triggering factor that gets you into this.
So this is how I ended up in trading. So I got this accident which put me in this wheelchair. That was 2013. 2013 December. Then I spent the entire year of 2014.
Yes.
The entire of 2014 at Mulago Hospital. If most of you know the spinal ward, I spent most of time there. But then as 2014 was closing off, I was discharged back home. And then during that time I used to be, if you go and check my social medias, you'll see that they were opened in 2014. Twitter, you can go and check out my Twitter handle. It was opened in 2014, my Instagram. So I used to waste most of the time online, and I always needed data. So I used to call my older brothers, I need data, help me with data. So at first they could help me easily because I have a disability, I don't have money. But when they realized that this disability is going to be there for almost forever, so they stopped giving me money for data. So I was like, you know what, I can't be on begging, I can't go on just begging money. So I was like, how am I going to start making money online myself, without begging anyone? So during that time we had OLX. I don't know if you remember OLX, whereby you could sell all the things online. So I could go and get things for my friends. We sell it to them on OLX, but only earning from commission. So also it wasn't working out for me because you get someone, you give him an asset, you have to go there, you have a disability, you don't have time, you don't have money or transport to take the products there. So I was like, no, I don't want a business where I'm physically involved in. So then I was like, you know what, I'm going to try other businesses online. So I started Googling businesses, and then they brought me Expert Option. I don't know if you people know Expert Option, but you know that advert of Expert Option whereby it moves, it shows you that someone has made $50, another one has made $60. So I was like, how am I going to make money from this Expert Option? Sure. Then I realized that there are many option exchanges, the binary option, the Libertex. Then I started, it was gambling. It was actually gambling on options. I could see Euro USD will be at this price in the next 5 minutes, and I didn't have knowledge what Euro USD is. So I could just follow this chart and start predicting, like maybe in the next 5 hours, it's going to be at this price, and I could always fail. So I failed for some good time. Like 5 months of trying and failing. Then I was like, this business is not going to work out for me. Then I went back into, I don't know if you guys know Betway. I was like, let me go into betting. All I'm struggling to see that I can get money consistently. So people were showing that they are making money in betting. So I opened an account, online account on Betway, started gambling, and actually I was good in betting. Okay. I was good betting, but at the end I realized that I don't have control over my money. Then I was, let me go back to Expert Option. So my first question was, how am I going to know that Euro USD is going to be at this price in the next 5 hours? Then I went into Google, I started searching where will Euro USD be in the next 5 minutes. Okay. Then they brought the website of Investopedia. I don't know if you people know Investopedia. Then they brought Investopedia. Then it had stocks. That's when I had to know that there is a stock market. I was like, people are buying shares in a company when you are not even there. How am I going to buy shares in such companies? Then as I was searching about the stocks of, was it Libertex? I don't remember well. Okay. But then they brought the babypips.com. So then I went into babypips.com.
This is all the journey, eh?
Yes, that's all the journey. Then I went into babypips.com. Then in babypips.com they shared their TikTok handle. Okay. Sorry, their Twitter handle. Then I joined the Twitter. I started following them. They always post on Twitter those small things, talking about trading, how people are approaching trading. Then I was like, what? Then yes, I know what. Now I can understand the concept of trading. Yeah. But my question is not yet answered. Where will Euro USD be in the next 5 minutes? So then they brought in technical analysis. Is one of the ways you can know where Euro will be. Okay. So that's how I start trading.
That's how you start trading.
Yes.
Okay, you're viewing right now, you might be wondering who this gentleman is, for those of you who may not have a picture about him. He's WCK, and the host is The African, and this show is sponsored by TBS, a One Forex broker, who I think in the long run has really went on and realized that there might be challenges that traders, newbies, and even those that might be a little bit less experienced face, and so they're like, let them come up with a show that can always help them brighten their forex journey, and as well as give or shine more light onto a certain things that look like hidden, but then if opened up to a forex trader out there, you will be you will improve on your journey or your trading. And the sponsor is TBS or Tamam Brokerage Services. So we're still on the journey of how you started trading. That was our stoppage point, or that was the point at which we paused. And so now you are at 90%. You're ready. So it's you're ready stepping. You're ready lifting your second leg into now forex trading. So now give us that point of now you're ready in.
Yeah, so when I'm, because when I started already focusing on trading, because after realizing and making research that we have many rich people who have made it from trading, okay, so then I started realizing that this can be a good business for me, okay. So then I had to find a community, the people I should be involved with, okay. Then I found myself on Facebook. There is a group, it's called Forex Traders USA. So I didn't know any trader during that time, in Uganda. So I was like, how can I get a community to deal with, okay, so that I can be amplified to be where they are. So searching on Facebook, they brought many communities. I started following all the communities. Then I went on a community called Forex Traders USA. So Forex Traders USA, I started trading there. and indicators, people started posting indicators. Those were live alone here in Africa or in Uganda, whereby for us we can be limited on one strategy. As you see that people are focusing on ICT or what in a certain channel, that you come in WCK's channel and you are focused on one strategy. But that channel, that community Forex Traders USA, were very old people. People are in their 40s, but they're already traders. So those people, they used to talk whatever strategy they find, what is working for them. And they used to post indicators. And then they made things complicated for me. How? They said that during that time, as I told you, I was still green. They said that, if you want to make money from trading, you also have to learn how to code. To code your own robots, your own indicators.
Okay.
Then I was like, if that's the only way I'm going to make it, then let me start learning how to code.
Okay.
So I dived down into HTML. I'm good at HTML. So I started coding in HTML, but the only reason for coding HTML, I wanted to go, if the MetaQuote editor, MT5 editor, I don't know if you know, guys, the MT5 editor, where you can code your own indicators, what. So by the time I went in that channel, people were learning how to code. Others were designing these websites which do the risk management. Like today we have the TradeZilla, okay? So after learning coding for some good time, I was like, yes, now I know at least something. Now how am I going to use this? So I started using indicators. So I realized that these indicators will pay. An indicator will show you that it is selling, and then after the market reaching there, it shows you that now it's what? It's a buy. So that's repainting. So these guys in our channel, they were asking if we have anyone who can code. They give him a code so that they can avoid the code, the repainting thing.
Yes.
So I went in and I started doing that. I started using indicator from that day. Started using EAs from that day. But as time went on, I started realizing that the people who are making money, they use less indicators. For us during that time, we used to call it naked candles. They used to use what we call the naked candle strategy.
So which year was that?
That was 2017. Okay,
And
because started struggling trading on 2015. That was in my former, my form 3? My form 3 started struggling with trading. That's when I started. But 2017, then I started going into real price action.
Okay, you should join Forex at a very early stage.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on. So now, that is how you have the first hardships. Because now talking about this whole thing of learning how to code, because I'm pretty sure someone out there is already wondering even while we're in this current flow of technology and all that, someone's really wondering if that was me being told to start coding or learn coding, where would I even start from? But then there is you back in the days who really from the first point, I'm pretty sure by then, did you have anyone whom you had looked up to doing Forex, and then you're like, maybe I think I'll have this person to help me on the way?
No.
Man, that is a great zeal. But basically, so that is it. So everyone who is out there, after already what you already heard from the gentleman himself, you already know that Forex isn't just something that you're just going to jump from there and be like, jump on. You get it? Because sometimes I like being real. You know, when you tell someone, this is something very easy, you're going to make easy money, at the end of it all, if they step in and then they don't know the right things to do, they will mess up. And then even if they don't come to you and tell you, WCK, you misled me, you get it. This person, you'll always feel it in you. I misled someone at a certain point, you get it? Because anything these people will be losing out will be out of your, or will be blamed on you, because it is you who at a certain point gave them the wrong information. So just get to know that Forex is not something that you're just going to jump on and you start making easy money. So I had a friend that at a certain point told me where he was learning, where he was getting to learn Forex. He told the friends, there's something I'm trying to master. And you guys, once I master it in 1 or 2 years, in fact, for him, I think it was like in months. It was like, once I master this, I'll go to a money lender, get money, come and trade in a week. I'll get these profits, pay back his money, and then I'll remain with my interest, and I'll again trade on those within a year, man. I'll be untouchable financially.
That's one of the biggest mistakes you can ever make in your life. Lending money with only 3 years in trading, you are lending money to trade.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest mistakes. That's why I said that many people are lucky today that you can come and watch such a podcast whereby they bring someone like me to talk to you, okay? But think of this boy, have this picture in your mind, think of this guy who has not been having a disability, and from the blue, he ends up in a wheelchair. You already seated at home, okay? You don't have any way, you know that I can make money in this chair here. So what can you do in that in such a situation? Of course, you are going to try hard to see that at least you can get something out of yourself, so that people don't just look at you like someone who is already done, okay? So the biggest mistake you can ever make is thinking that you have mastered trading in 3 years.
Okay, so now you've already started, or you've already joined it here, that is trading. You know, of recent, we are trying to have parents who are already trying to cope up with the technology, the growth and the diversification, this whole thing. But then later in days, or just gone are the days when parents always had a match to decide upon your future, upon what you want to do, upon what you want to study. So now I'm looking at this WCK, or then I don't know who the name was, and then this gentleman is a young boy, you get it? And then they've discovered something new. They've never had before, they've never had from an uncle, or auntie, or dad, mom. So, like, tell me how you relate it, or how you get it, or you tell it to mom, or dad, or uncle, or maybe a caretaker by then.
So that's a good question.
Yes.
So I went to school in the villages of Mitiana.
Okay. There
is a school called Kapumuve Secondary. Those people there, they can tell you who the really WCK is. The one you are seeing now, for them, they call him Fahad.
Okay.
They will tell you the reality. As my senior too, because when I left Murago Hospital, and they made a surgery on this hand specifically to continue with education. So when I left Murago Hospital, I had to proceed with education. So my mom is a headmistress. She was an headmistress during that time, but these days she's just a deputy. She's soon retiring. So I was like, you know what, I can get start education, taking my education in the same school where you are. But I was performing well in Form 2. I was always either second, third, or first. You can go and make research about that.
But it's okay, even if you say you are there.
Yeah, it is the fact. Okay. I was performing very well. But when I wanted to be a class monitor, I used to think maybe they based on the performance. But when I requested to be a class monitor, some of the reasons they gave me, disability was part of it. Okay? You can't take books, there's no way you're going to lift books, there's no, people are shouting, there's no way you're going to take. I was like, it means even if I perform like how? Even if I get a master's in what? When I have a disability, they will still point it out. So how am I going to avoid that life of
being sideline,
yes, pushing to get a job, what, you know? So as soon as I started trading, my performance declined. I was like, it's okay. All I need is to perform class 1, class. I need these papers. I need the exposure, the people around me, because I was the only person with disability in the entire school. So I was like, let me start. When the performance dropped, my mom, yes, realized it, because we on the school where I was, she's the headmistress there. So she was like, you know what? What's going on? I told him, you know, Mom, I found about this thing. It is working out for me. And I have been trying it out. I showed him some of the young people, though they were whites, who were already making money in this. And she was like, you really like it? I was like, yeah, I like it, and it's going to work out for me. Is it the reason why you are not performing? I was like, maybe most of my time I wasted on what? On trading. So she was like, now, how are you going to get the money to put into the markets? I told him, my main goal now is not money. My goal, I have a bigger target. I don't want to look for a job. after when I'm done with school. All I want now is to get the knowledge. Okay, so I invest most of my time in the knowledge. So she started following up what I was doing, trading, Form 3 performing poorly, but still on my charts. Form 3 performing poorly, still on my, actually, yeah, S4, I performed very badly in S4. But then within the vacation, she told me now, how far with your trading? I told him this is how I've been doing. I had started depositing some small money on brokerages, and then mom was like,
okay, now,
how can I help you through this?
Before we go further, so now you are someone who's still in high school, or so specifically on level, and then you're already talking about depositing small money. So now a young boy out there is already asking themselves a question, or asking himself a question. Where are you getting that small money?
Yes, so this is the thing, as I told you guys, that I started hustling in this wheelchair even before trading. Trading came in as something to save me. As I have told you, if you go and make research, the village where I took my education from, I used to do the brokerage part. When it comes to bringing, even the lessons I always teach you people, I always show you, I use agriculture as an example. So I used to work with my friends. We get maize because they were farmers. We get maize. For us, we used to come from the villages to Mitana town. We get some good people to buy that maize for them. So we only take the difference. I'm a broker. I have not put in anything, but I still earn. So those are some of the things which disappointed me, that at the end, due to this disability, I wasn't paid how I could be paid. Okay, so that money I get from even my, if you got me research, my father, the money they give you that you go to school, I used to use that money to put 5,000 Uganda UGX, because I didn't know what exactly is happening. I just put it there, it blows. I didn't even know that it has blown. I just said that I have took my money. So that's how I used to do. Using those small 10Ks, it just disappears. So that's where I have been going, that when my mom asked me that how far with your trading thing, it's because I needed strong money, because that's what comes in everybody's mind 3 years in this industry. You start thinking, you know what, maybe I need a lot of money to do what? To trade. After blowing a lot of money. So mom was like, what's the problem now?
Okay. So now, so far about what you've already told, something is already clicking in my mind, that you are someone, or you are this person, once you choose something and you like it, you always go for it, you always stick to it.
Definitely.
And I think that should be the same question someone out there should be asking themselves. When I like something, when I want something, do I stick to it? Do I give it my all? Okay. Yes, so now you are already into the forex market, or you're already into trading, and then you're depositing this small money that you're blowing already, because you're already not sure of what you're doing and how it's supposed to be done. You get it, and then mom comes in, and then she asks you of how she can get to give you, or she can give you a hand.
So she asked me, well, how far with this business you're always on? I was like, I'm not doing bad. But maybe now the problem is not money. My problem now is the gadget.
Okay.
Because I was trading on a phone, so I told her the problem is now the gadget. Because there is no way I'm going to make money. Those charts, I need a bigger screen. I need a bigger screen to be monitoring everything. And she was like, which gadget do you need? Do you need I was like, if you get me any laptop, I can start from there. And then I thought like maybe she's not buying it. Because after having a simple talk with her about that, she left. And after like 2 weeks, she got me a brand new laptop.
Now, someone out there is already asking themselves, man, at least now WCK was already a blessed guy. You even ask your mom, your mom asks you what you want, and then they get it for you. I
wasn't blessed. It was a blessing in disguise.
Okay.
The reason why she gave me that support to join trading, because she was always seeing I was always a lonely guy, and she could see the son is using her wheelchair, always lonely. The only thing which gives him happiness is this trading thing. So she had to come in to see that she shows support. If it is something which gives me happiness, then she will be part of it. She didn't have a lot of money, even if the laptop she bought was expensive. I even still have it today. But she wanted me to, if it is something which keeps me active, then she had to be part of it. So she bought that laptop. I started using a laptop, and for sure it changed everything. The laptop changed everything, because after using many indicators, I started using that big screen to see that if I use many indicators, the chart looks a little bit dirty. Okay, and the things I see people post on the other social medias, it's always clean charts. So I was like, how are these guys seeing these charts? How are they trying hard to see from these charts? So when I started focusing on trade, because the laptop pulled me so deep in this trading thing, and then even my father started asking questions also. What are you always doing on those charts? The laptop, you're always on the charts, sometimes you sleep late, you know. And I was like, no, it's now making more sense. Actually, this is the time when it is making more sense. More sense. So I started to drop these indicators, even if now I had learned how to program myself indicators, do myself some EAs, but then I started dropping it because for sure it wasn't working out for me. Okay, it was still like it could take me back to the field of Betway, that today it is buying at the same level, tomorrow the level is not respected. So I started guessing that for sure today it will buy, and it doesn't. So it started being like that. So I wanted to avoid that. So I was like, you know what? I have to find another way. How do I going to make money when my chart is clean, okay, and without this pressure I always do what I always have.
Okay. So, now, what I know about parents, they'll always ask you, you know, I've always seen you into this chart and whole thing, and it looks like you're so much focused and you love it. Okay, what do you want? And then they'll get it for you. So after getting it for you, they'll always put terms and conditions, they'll always put ultimatum. So didn't your mom put an ultimatum for you? Like, let's say you've always craved for this, and then I've gotten you this laptop, giving you a period of this, like a period of maybe a month or like that, want results. Was there any kind of ultimatum given to you?
No, because all I told her I'm focused on long term. All I needed was knowledge. Okay. When I'm still in school, all I promised her was one thing: I'll never quit school, and I didn't.
All right.
Okay.
So now, you've right from the time you hadn't known about it, and then through that whole process, school, then now they've bought you the laptop. So now anyone out there is already assuming and imagining WCK starting to be profitable. I don't know whether you right there and then started being profitable after jumping into this whole chart thing, and then the indicators. So now, like, did you there and then start being profitable?
No.
Or it took you some time? Also, someone want to know about that journey in between.
No.
Now you've gotten the laptop, you have the internet maybe, so now that fight, that battle.
I wasn't profitable ever since. Actually, me being profitable, after dropping those indicators, I started reading PDFs.
Okay.
I don't know, people today don't like to read, but I started reading PDFs. PDFs are free on the internet.
And then someone is already saying, that's why now I think I hate Forex. Because I thought now you've already been into this whole gutters, and then you've been reading, and then you have the laptop, you already know about the indicators, and then why would you go back to reading PDFs? I
started, the reason why I went to reading PDFs, after trying many indicators and failing, then I was like, you know what, whatever I'm seeing on social media isn't true. Because the indicators they are talking about, I have tried them and they are still failing. They have been repainting, I have tried them, I have tried myself to code them and remove that repainting bag. So I used to remove those bags which you could repaint, but still I could fail. So I was like, you know what, let me drop whatever I see on social media, let me drop these young guys I'm seeing on social media, let me look at some people who are elder enough. Because I believe that when someone is within his 40s and is trading, he's already an experienced guy. So I started focusing on those experienced guys. So, but I realized that these people are spending more time reading books than us scrolling on the internet. Okay? So I started whatever I don't know. For example, I wanted to understand the trends, the waves. Then I started downloading PDFs. I go in Google, I put in waves. If they say that pay for the PDF, I don't pay. I just download this free one, okay? But after getting a big interest into PDFs, then I went back to the other community I started in, the Forex Traders, USA Forex Traders. They always upload PDFs. So I started reading those PDFs one by one. And I couldn't even sleep. Trading, whatever I read, I try my best to see that does it reflect on the charts? Is it real there? Then I fall into the support and resistance. There is a book called The Ultimate Guide to Technical Analysis. You can go, it is on my website, wckmarkets.com. I uploaded it, it's there. I went there, it's free. I went there, I started reading that book. It unveiled everything for me on technical analysis. Then after trying technical analysis, we know that we do support and resistance, okay? But still the support, you are ruled out. The support, the take profit is not hit. Almost on the take profit, the market reverses, you know. Then I was like, maybe it is also not working, but at least it's better than the what? The indicators. I was like, is there any other method of making money? Then supply and demand came in. I started learning supply and demand, and I was surprised that this strategy was so effective. The supply and demand, I started using supply and demand. And after using it for some good time, I started relating it to the support and resistance, okay? So I was realizing that supply and demand and support and resistance almost look alike. But support and resistance will help you to find a long-term trend, but supply and demand will help you find an entry, okay? So I started putting my focus on supply and demand and support and resistance, not until I formed my own strategy on that way. So I was in Form 5, I remember Form 5. At the end of Form 5, that's when I realized that even if I use how much, because after my vacation, Mom got me, I don't know if you people know the company called Boyport. So Boyport gives out loans to teachers. So my mom got a loan and gave me 10M. I blew that money. So I confirmed that even if I get how much, I'm going to still be blowing money. But then when we were with my fellows in that Forex Traders USA, they were talking about funding, that you can be funded, someone gives you money, as long as you have the skill, then you get the money. So that's when I entered into prop firms. That's when I started trading with 5%ers. That's one of the only prop firms. So 5%ers, they give you the challenge, you try to pass it, but the challenge I faced convincing Mom to give me more money. This time not to trade, but to pay some random guys online so that they can fund me.
Okay.
It was a very big challenge.
So now, here, of course, you're really saying it was a very big challenge. But anyway, so you who is watching right now, we are into the show that is the My Forex Journey, and I'm pretty sure everyone always got a story to tell. And this show brings you, or will always bring you, different mentors to be telling you their Forex journey, or their journey as per trading. And today we have WCK, and the sponsor for this show is Tamam Brokerage Services, TBS, the one broker with zero spreads, leverage, very clear to the point, and you really have to try them out. You can always go onto their website, and that is TBS, Tamam Brokerage Services, and you get to know more about them. So now, Mr. WCK, here is you saying it was a challenge. Before you even start telling me your challenges, I'm already looking at now. This is the mom that already bought you the laptop. She's been believing in you, and then now again you are going back to her for more support. You've already blown her 10 months. You know that is much money, much money. Considering the fact it was even like 5 years back, isn't it? And then now you're going back to her. I'm trying to imagine she's already a little bit pissed and starting to lose hope. But now the biggest challenge is you. How do you talk to her to help you or give you that support that you're going to pay, or that you're going to indirectly get into a transaction with someone you've never met. Someone you've never met, and yet it is the mom who has already been putting in enough or a lot. So kindly tell us about the challenge.
So this is the issue here. The problem wasn't convincing her to buy maybe more challenges or to put more money in trading, to put in me. The issue wasn't convincing her. But the problem was to show her that this is something with potential. That like any other business, I have failed, okay, but there is potential. And remember, doing all of this, I'm already performing poorly, okay? So she's losing hope. She's like, is he really going to make it? Okay, is he really going to make it if he can blow, or if he can lose 10 million?
Yes.
10 million in one day. Is there any potential for this? Okay, so I told her, I explained to her, I downloaded from MT4 the spreadsheet which shows the trades I have been taking, that the money wasn't scammed from me, but the money was lost from the mistakes I did I made.
Yes.
So I told her the problem is now the money. Okay, I need someone to fund me. I need some big money. We are talking in dollars, hundreds of dollars. Okay, so I had to take her through the company I'm going to deal with. So she was like, how do you trust them? And I was like, if I could deposit this money on this broker, and yes, I have lost it, but it reflects how I have done what. But we trusted this one, why not this one? Okay, so I was like, this time around I don't need a lot of money. I need like $100, okay, to buy at least a small account. I started trading that. So trust me, ever since I joined the 5%ers, because 2019, that's when was my vacation for Form 6, okay? So I made my first 10,000 US dollars. And we had to withdraw it. I still even have that bank card for mom, the names of my mom. I still have that bank card. We withdrew the money. The money received it, 10,000 US dollars, and she saw it. Okay, she saw it, touched it. We used the 5K to pay back the money, the loan we had taken. Okay, then I deposited the 5K, and I blew it still.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Now, this is where most struggling youths find complications. Now, this is someone who struggled to make it through, and then maybe before they even realize, maybe as they are realizing, or as they are onto the break point, the break whereby they feel like, man, this is now my moment. I think I'm going to make it, or I'm already making it. And then, boom, everything perishes. So now, are you not back to zero? Because you've already blown however much you used the other. At least maybe you had paid back the loan that they had initially given you for
So this is the point. This is the point. So it's not always about losing hope when you have lost money. Okay?
Yeah.
Because unless you are aiming for something short term, like you want to be rich tomorrow, but if you are looking for something long term, okay, making some, because for me I'll take it as a some loss, because my promise to my mom was simple, that I don't want to look for a job when I'm done with school, and also I will not quit school. So losing money in my vacation when I'm planning to go for the university, higher education, it wasn't that much challenging. I was happy that I was able to make that money, but then I was managing it badly outside the industry. Okay, so now I had also to work on my money management, both from the farm's money and also the money I deposited on my account. So that's how it was. I wasn't hurt or pressured with the loss.
Okay. So now I'm so grateful on how you are trying to tackle everything. It's like providing, you're giving them a challenge, and then again as well going to the other side and giving them the solution or how they can go about it. Now that you've already made some money that you again redeposited after using some and blew it all. So now this is how you again realize your mistake or your weakness. Your weakness now is money management. You get it? So now, not only you, myself, or even someone out there already might be having or seems to be faced with a challenge. Can you please now tell us how you addressed this issue, if you really went to a point and settled it, or it's still on up to today? So just from that point of now, you realize you have a challenge of money management, and then now you're going into finding ways of how you can solve it or go about it.
Okay, so if you have been following, those who have been following WCK, you have seen my approach to trading is way more different than most of the traders you see online. The traders you see online, they will tell you that I have turned $100 into 10,000 US dollars.
Sleeping.
Okay, another one will be like I turned this money into this money. But for me, my approach has been like this. My coming into this trading was to survive. Okay, so that I don't depend on someone, I don't be a dependent to anybody. So meaning my approach changed. So I started realizing that it is not about how much I can make per month. Okay, it's not how much I can make per month or how much I can make a year. It's about how much I can save per month, per year, or even a week. Okay, so meaning as long as I have this saving, because traders should put this in mind. Actually, you will keep on losing money because this is a CFD market. It's a leverage business. Okay, money will be dying at a very fast speed. You'll be losing money at a very high speed. But the issue should be solving the problems outside this industry.
Yes.
When you're outside the industry, your bills settled. Okay, if your bills are settled, then you're not going to have any pressure because this is a business of emotions. Okay, so for me, I knew that the problem is having this pressure outside. Okay, so what I have to do is having a saving account that no matter how much money I make, I have to save at least 30% of that money. That money is not going to be used to trade, that money is not going to be used to pay rent, but that money is there in case I have to go back to zero, let's say. In case I have not traded this week, because I always do it.
So if in short, you had to get yourself a backup.
Yes, as something to clear up my mind, to protect my emotions.
Yes.
So that I don't take those emotions in the markets. Because think of this, Mr. that you have to pay rent, you have to pay, let's say, electric bills, medical bills, you have to take care of your family and also the extended families, okay? But you are only living on trading, buying and selling.
Okay.
Think of a moment when you don't have money. All you have is capital.
Yes, so that is a very crucial statement. That is a very crucial advice. So you, a forex trader out there, or you're trading finances and whatever, in whichever way you're doing your thing, do you have a backup plan just in case maybe you wake up and then your account is blown, or maybe just you wake up and you can't be able to trade, or maybe your gadget has gotten issues and all that? Do you have a backup plan? That is a question to you, and it's you now with your mind to really give yourself an answer or a solution. Yes, so you're still taking us through money management.
So people should always know that whatever you do outside the forex market will reflect when you are trading. I repeat, you should always know whatever you are doing in your normal life outside trading will reflect in the markets. How? If you are not settled outside the markets, let's say you are having big debts. You are having big debts, you feel like you don't have any way out. Even if you get your last money you have and deposit that money, you are going to blow it up. Because you will be forced to hold the trades whereby you shouldn't be holding that trade. You will be forced to use big lots whereby you shouldn't be using those lots. But because you have a debt to pay, a very big debt to pay, a debt without a plan, it is okay because we are all humans, we all have debts, okay? But there is a debt without a plan. Okay, debts without plans, that you don't have a clear plan of clearing off that debt. If you have such debts, those are bad debts. Those bad debts will reflect on your trading style, your trading, because you want to pay. Okay? If you have family issues, maybe the youths, you are having issues with your girlfriend. Okay, you are arguing up and down day in day, meaning you are not emotional. Okay, and this is a business of emotions.
that one brings us to a point. I've heard people say, if you're a forex trader, or I've seen these memes. You know, these memes sometimes do relate to normal life, and you get it. And this meme was like, if you're a lady out there and your boyfriend is a forex trader, you should always be soft to them because they already go through a lot. And if you're a girl out there, you should always try to ask your boyfriend. If your boyfriend is a forex trader, or if your girlfriend is a forex trader, don't stress them out by asking them how much they withdraw. Ask them how much they deposit. And then after looking at how much they keep depositing to the forex brokers, then ask them about what they withdraw. If you try to balance the two, then you'll always be soft. Anyway, that was just a by the way. So now, every forex trader, or every trader, every business has got that point, of course, where the one we've just gotten, the story we've just gotten through of challenges. And then there is always that point of a kind of a breakthrough, and then you stumble. But then now here, I want you to give us that moment in your life. You get it, because we're still, the story is still going on. But then, because I want us to relate each and everything step at a go. That you ever woke up one time and you regretted over anything that had happened to you relating to forex or anything like that. Do you ever have, or have you ever had that moment that you woke up and you were like, bro, man, I regret the time or I came to know about forex? Or maybe anyway you reacted about the situation.
Okay, there are two ways. 2021 I was almost giving up on trading. After all the hassle I have told you I went through to be in trading, but 2021 I was almost giving out in trading. I got a payout from my forex fund of 25k USD. So after getting that money, I deposited it on a broker. I will not mention the broker. I blew the money, but with going back, looking through the markets, checking out other brokers, I realized that my account was was manipulated. So I was like, if they can manipulate my account without my notice, then which broker am I going to trust? Okay? So if I have done all of that, the only broker I can trust, they are far away, they require foreign identities. I was like, I'm giving up on trading.
Bro, 25,000.
So I was like, I'm giving up on trading.
Yes.
I would have done a lot of things with that money, but you know, I was prepared, because 21, remember, it was COVID. I was preparing to go to Chambogo for education, but my account was manipulated. I even shared the evidence to them that the candle you are having within my account is not in somebody else's account. Also, it is not on this broker, okay? But in my, here I'm seeing a very big wink, okay? And there are some trades I didn't even execute, but they are what? They are there. So, and the broker is very well known, okay? And most of the problems, the challenges where I was giving up on trading was because of that broker. We see another scandal where I was giving up on trading. Then, as I was giving up on trading, there is my brother, rest in peace, is called Yasin. So he got tuberculosis. Tuberculosis was going in the bones, in his spine. So he was suffering a lot, and we needed money as family to go and make scan, check the brain, what, and everyone didn't have money. So I was like, is this the same thing I'm heading to? No, let me go back and start from scratch. Let me buy more prop farms and I start from what? From scratch. But then still when I made money in 2021, because still in 2021, as I had blown the other one, they had manipulated the account, I got another payout from still my forex fund of 10,000 USD. Then I deposited it on the same broker, okay, because I thought maybe they had stabilized as the year was ending.
And after complaining, I think.
So 2020, then we entered 2022. I started trading that account. I got some people, some investors on my back, okay. So I got those investors on my back. We had a very good amount of money, 120,000 US dollars on that account. So we started trading that account, but then it happened that one of my clients wanted to withdraw his money, okay? He wanted to get his money. So I had to make a withdrawal using crypto, okay? That brokers had brought, during that time I brought a Bitcoin wallet, whereby you can withdraw your money close to that Bitcoin wallet, then you copy that using a two code to your Binance your Binance account. So when I was making a withdrawal of big money, that was 80,000 US dollars. So the broker requested for the verification of identity verification. So the challenge I faced was one. As I have told you, all of that time, the national ID I was using, I even still have a copy, I moved with it, was for my mom. So I was using my mom's ID. Remember during 2016, was it 2016, 2015? No, it was 2015 when the government said that everyone should go and write a register for national ID. I was still weak. I didn't go to register for national ID. I was very weak. I couldn't go in those lines. So I was using all the documents for my mom. So when they requested for identity verification, during that time I was at Chambogo University. So one of the, I will not mention the name, but one of the supervisors of East Africa for that brokerage, I talked to him that I have been using my mom's what? Yes, so he was like, no, you can't do that. So from the blue, I was logged out. From the blue, I was logged out. As soon as they logged me out, they left me with a very big what? Debt.
True. 80,000, man.
They left me with a very big debt. So I talked to some of my friends. They were like, you know, maybe you can go to court. But there is a broker we all know here. He's still having a case in Uganda of 9 million. Okay, we know. So you can't defeat those big companies because they have strong financial muscles.
Sure.
So instead of draining you, and actually if I remember I told my dad about it, and dad was like, if you have really made that money, if you really made that money, it means you can make that money again. But I was like, how am I going to pay all of these guys? Okay, how am I going to pay all of these guys?
Yes.
If I drain them out, if I try to give them money I have, I also remain so broke with nothing. Okay? So I was like, you know what? Oh, I should give up.
Yes.
So in 2022, as I was thinking of the brokerage issues, then I received a call from one of the TBS representatives that they were going, was it 2022, that they were going to launch TBS, Tamam Brokerage Service, and on the launch I was there. So I was glad that there is a broker who has came in, and I have contact to them. I can talk to them, I can deposit my money on them, I know where their offices are, you know. So that's when I was like, you know what, even if I have these debts, it's good now I have a broker I can do what, I can trust. Let me go back to these firms, I trade these firms, and try hard to pay off these guys, okay? So that I move on with my what? With my own life. But still remember, as we are heading in 2023, my Forex fund closed with all my live accounts there.
Yes, My Forex Journey is the show or is the podcast that you're listening to or that you're watching, because some other people have the tendency of cutting out these and then they convert them into audios. And right here, of course, I've told you in this episode we are hosting the one man, the mentor at WCK. You know, people out there, you might be a student, you might be already a successful trader who's been through his hands, through his knowledge and advice and all that. And today he's here to again give us more of what he's going through, what he has done, what he hasn't done, and maybe you might even get to know about the accounts. But let's go on. And so now, Mr. WCK, this is, you get to know, you already had a challenge of your 80K account being, the withdrawals being challenged and manipulated, let's say. Now, what comes next?
So, my last option was changing a broker, but then we got Tamam Brokerage Service. I was one of the people who launched it, and then I gained more confidence. So I went back, remember, I had my live accounts in my Forex fund, which was closed due to some charges which was placed to it. So then I had to change because I realized that more money I've been getting from prop firms and depositing it on brokerages, it has not been working out well for me.
Yes.
So what I did, I started to focus mostly on prop firms. So I get the money from prop firms. The money I get, 30% goes to my savings. Then another percentage goes to do other investments and other things. So that's how I gain my stability through prop firms.
Okay. So now you've gotten into prop firms. Yeah, I know some people, everything has a good side and a bad side, and some will always like it forever, and then some will like it for a moment and then abandon, then some will hate it forever. So now as you a person, or give us your experience as per prop firms.
Okay, so prop firms have been good for me because I have tried many. And I have been on their leaderboards. Those who have been following me, who have been seeing me on those leaderboards, putting the flag of Uganda on those leaderboards.
Yes.
But as you know, prop firms, even WCK here, I am today can start a prop firm. So that makes it more risky. That if I have like 20,000 US dollars, I can start a prop firm and it can run well, very well. But the problem is always one: how do you get a very legit prop firm? Okay, so personally, I've been using simple things. Okay, I've been trying hard. If I'm lucky to know the CEO, for example, funding pips, I was lucky to know the CEO, interact with the CEO whenever I got a challenge, and the CEO has been active on social medias, so at least that gave us comfort that he's there to stay. Another thing, prop firms still on funding pips, they brought their account to public. Okay, to blockchain, you can go and access on RaisePay, you can see their account, it has 20 million US dollars, and it is where they deduct the money to pay you. We have seen prop firms also. Another thing I have been using to know the legitimacy of the prop firm.
Okay, I'll cut you short. I think with this we'll try to restrain from mentioning some of those different because you know someone out there who is following you up, so that you don't stand a chance of either having led someone or misled someone.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
But another thing I've been using to go with these prop firms, it is using on the time it has been there. Okay, because like the prop firms I have mentioned before, remember the prop firm I started with, that was 2019, 2018. The prop firm I started with, it has been here up to now, it is still here. So also another thing, the trading conditions. Okay, the conditions, how are their spreads? Okay, how is the leverage? The leverage they give me on commodities mostly, because I've been focusing so much on gold. Yes. And also another thing I've been focusing on, the withdrawal methods. Okay, the withdrawal methods, which methods do I use to withdraw? Okay, so those are the things I've been doing, the things I've been focusing on.
Okay, so now for anyone, or even if we're looking at a peasant, even if you're looking at a trader, a normal trader, they will always have that point where they get to celebrate the shiny moments. And then now, do you have a story, or do you have things that you're celebrating, like that you've gotten out of Forex or from trading, you as a person? Because someone out there needs to be motivated and needs to look up to you.
So as I told you, I told those who have been following, I told you at start that when I was joining trading and affecting my performance, I told the parents that my main goal is not to ask anyone to employ me when I'm done with education. So I'll be graduating in December this year. Okay, so and I'm already making money. So meaning I'm not going to ask anyone to give me a job. Okay, so that's already a win. So the problem with many people now is these days, because that's what they flood with on the internet, they think that winning in the trading is about having an expensive watch, having an expensive car, an expensive house. No. As long as you can survive on trading like any other business, it's already a win, because you have the freedom to do other things. So for me specifically, being in a position whereby even if I'm using a wheelchair, I'm not going to depend on anybody, but I'm depending on myself. Okay, that's already a win, and I keep on celebrating that.
Okay, so something that you already brag about and feel proud about is financial freedom. At least you're no longer in the situation where you have to turn to a brother, a sister to know that and those small things.
It's the brother now to learn to me.
Okay.
Yeah, as I told you, it's now the brother coming to me, it's now the mother calling me, it's now the father calling me. So always winning in trading, actually not only trading, because people are treating it like something which is going to help you get rich quick.
Yes.
But all the years I have been in trading, at least I'm doing what? I'm surveying, because I've been trading at the same time studying.
Yeah.
Okay? But all I wanted from all those years, so that whenever I'm out as a wheelchair user, I'm not going to be depending to anyone. I'm not going to beg anyone to give me a job. Okay, that's why even today I'm in this camera today. Okay, yeah. So that's a win. Those are the things for me I've been always focusing on. And maybe with other things I have, I wouldn't like to put them out on the air, but those are the things you will know with time. Yeah.
All right. So it's been a very, very good time to have you, and it's still because we're still running. So now you've really told us about the starting point, the challenges, the success. So now I want us to go to this part whereby now you, based on your experience, what you the advice you can really give to a forex trader or a trader who is just a beginner, or even someone who's already in those troubling times. Yes, can really try to give them something they can really hold on to as they're moving through.
So what I can tell you, whoever wants to make money in trading, who wants to be a full-time trader, treat trading as any other business. So if you have any chance to work with any businessman, go and work with him, because the knowledge you will get from him will help you to maneuver through trading. Okay, so trading needs high intensity knowledge of business.
Yeah.
So don't waste 1 year, 2 years on charts. Because even today, for example, I can do analysis for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I still make money from that chart.
Yes.
But what is going to make the difference is the knowledge. How am I going to manage that trade? Okay, am I managing it as a real businessman? Am I looking at long term? Am I following my plan? Am I using my supposed to be risk management? Okay, so if you have a chance to learn business, leave alone trading, learn business, because it will be easy for you to pass through this trading industry.
Yes, okay, that is very beautiful, and I'm pretty sure you click out there. So now now you know there's something that I can't leave out, and you as WCK, for the time you've been into the market, you've been trading and this whole thing, but now there's always that one thing I've heard almost every trader should have, or should base on, or should rely on, and that is the strategy. So can you please share with us the strategy that you really use in trading, and then as well give us the advantages of it and why you think you would recommend it to someone.
Okay. So as I have told you, whatever I have passed through, I have tried many strategies.
Yeah.
Few strategies we are going to bring from you on the table, and I don't have idea about them. But after all of that, I realized that the market moves in two ways. The market will either correlate and then expand,
okay,
or it will consolidate and then do an impulsive move. An impulsive move can either be bullish or bearish. Okay. So what I did, I invested most of my time to understand how emotions work and how investors think.
Okay.
Because I always tell that whatever you saw on the charts, those are products of emotions from investors, and that's knowledge from investors. So I realized that if you are an investor, if someone who is looking to invest into any business, what would you do? For example, I'm trading gold. Let me use gold as an example. You are an investor who wants to invest in gold. What are you going to do? Are you going to buy it at its high price? No. You are going to wait for it to depreciate. Then you do what? You buy. Okay? So, and I realized if when time comes, we shall, some time to come, we shall have to see the charts.
True.
Okay, how we do it. But realize that it is easy when you know how someone feels. Okay? If I come to invest with you and I look into your eyes and I know that you are emotionally weak, okay, you are eager to sell off that product, I have to take advantage of that. Okay, that's the same thing which happens in the markets. So my strategy I named it impulsive move, because I focus on the expansion of the markets, be it bullish or bearish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out there, I think as you've heard through the journey, he's gone through different strategies, and then I think this is something you ended up generating yourself as an individual.
Yeah.
So you too, I think you keep hustling through. At a certain point in time, you'll also have your own strategy that you'll pride in, that will make you money, and then stop relying on to other people's strategies. So basically, it's as I've told you, this is a show that we always have for you to have more tips and many other things that will really be helpful into the forex the trading journey. You can always change. You can always check out onto our social media groups, basically TikTok, and then YouTube, that is Tamam Brokerage Services, TBS, where you're going to be having him as the mentor and many more who are experienced. And I'm pretty sure you will need the knowledge, because himself has told you that for him to be here today, he went through the gutters, through challenges, and had enough of experience until that now you even privileged that he can share with you out of the hard-earned experience. So now, what else would you have to say? You have a chance. It's upon you to utilize it or capitalize on it. Thank you so much, big man, for coming through.
Welcome.
And I look up to having you next, because I'm pretty sure we are to have more episodes.
I appreciate
yes, about different things, because there are traders out there really need to know much.
Okay.
You know, people out there think they know, but then after they make blunders, when they realize it's been a lot that they haven't known about.
Yeah.
And thank you for being that kind and accepting to come and share with them and your knowledge with these people, because many traders out there brag about what they already had, and then they want to keep it to themselves.
Okay. I also appreciate TPS for hosting me. It has been an honor to be here, bro.
All right.
Okay.
Till we meet next time, bro.
Okay.